This is the Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting for Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. This meeting is called to order. I'm going to call the roll. Alderman Barnhill, Alderman Blanton, Alderman Caesar, Alderman Peterson, Alderman Berger, Vice Mayor Brown, Alderman Potts, Alderman Baggett, and the mayor is here also. So full board presence. Tonight, we're going to ask Alderman Barnhill if he would lead the invocation, and I will lead the Pledge of Allegiance. But we have a special treat tonight in that I'm going to, after Alderman Barnhill offers the invocation, I'm going to invite Keeling Birdsong up here to sing for us a patriotic song. Keeling is, her family have lived in Franklin, I think forever, it seems like to me, and I've seen Keeling grow up. She goes to BGA. She's very active in theater, music, and also dance. So she's a very talented young lady and comes from a very talented family. So if we'll all stand, Alderman Barnhill do the invocation, and then I'll have Keeling come up.
Father, we come to you tonight. Thank you for this opportunity that's afforded us. We know that there are many, many countries that do not have the freedoms that we have. We ask that you be with those leaders, help them understand the significance of freedoms, the freedom of speech, the freedom of assembly, and we know that through you, this can be done. We also ask your blessings upon the first responders, on the military, those individuals who protect our freedoms. We know that they go through a great deal of stress, and we also know that the military has a great deal of stress on them also with separation of families. We also ask that you be with each of us as members of this board. Give us spiritual wisdom and guidance. In Christ, let me pray. Amen.
Amen. Keeling, it's all yours.
Oh, good.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, our home, sweet home. God bless America, our home, sweet home.
Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Keeling, thank you again, and please come back. We want you to come back for the Star Spangled Banner whenever you're ready to sing that, okay? Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, we're ready to set the agenda. Is there any considerations to be made as far as changing the order of items to be discussed or removal of anything from the consent agenda? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Second by the Vice Mayor. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Seeing none, passes. We'll now go to citizen comments. I have no citizen comments for items not on the agenda. We'll continue to move through, and I'll ask for any communications from Williamson County Commission. I have none, so we'll go to consideration and approval of the minutes of September 10th, 2024 work session and Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you. For second, Alderman Peterson. Any discussion? Ready to vote? Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Alderman Berger.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Alderman Potts.
Yes.
Alderman Baggett.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. We'll now go to proclamation, and I'm going to ask folks from our fire department to come up. Oh, great. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Okay, we'll gather around and whereas the city of Franklin, Tennessee is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living and visiting Franklin, and whereas fire is a serious public safety concern both locally and nationally, and homes are the locations where people are at greatest risk from fire, and whereas according to the National Fire Protection Association, home fires kill more than 2,700 people in the United States in 2022, and fire departments in the United States responded to 360,000 home fires. And whereas roughly 3 out of 5 fire deaths happen in homes with either no smoke alarms or non-working smoke alarms, working smoke alarms can cut the risk of dying in reported home fires almost in half. And whereas Franklin residents are encouraged to install smoke alarms in every sleeping room, outside each separate sleeping area, and on every level of the home, and make sure their smoke alarms meet the needs of all their family members, including those with sensory or physical disabilities. And whereas Franklin residents should test their smoke alarms at least once a month and replace all smoke alarms when they are 10 years old or stop responding when tested. Whereas the 2024 Fire Prevention Week theme, Smoke Alarms, Make Them Work for You, serves to remind us of the importance of having working smoke alarms in the home. Now, therefore, I, Dr. Ken Moore, Mayor of the City of Franklin, do hereby proclaim October 6th through 12th, 2024 as Fire Prevention Week in the City of Franklin, and I urge all people of Franklin to make sure their homes have working smoke alarms and to support the many public safety activities and efforts of the Franklin Fire Department.
We'd just like to say thank you for all your support. Franklin is a great community, and the men and women of this department, they serve this community greatly, and couldn't do it without your support, so thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Sneak it up.
Matt moves and takes his chair right now. He's a good chair.
We're now ready for miscellaneous reports. I think Mr. Griff has one.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening again, Alderman. I want to let you know that our communications and special census team is distributing a media release tomorrow announcing that we're kicking off our 2025 special census. This isn't a federal census. This is the City of Franklin census to ensure that we're counting all residents within our city. And the purpose of it is so we receive our share of shared revenue from the state, which equates to about $175 per person. And with the growth we've seen since the 2020 census, communities like Franklin that are growing in the Middle Tennessee area want to make sure they're receiving their fair share for infrastructure, facilities, and other services that we may use those additional funds for. The mailers will start appearing in our citizens' mailboxes the first week of October. And we'll start also placing signs in parks and other strategic locations. And this year there'll be a QR code. So it'll be very easy for our residents to fill out the form. And all we need is the name, first and last name of each resident that resides on a property. We'll also have volunteers going door to door after October 25th and into the beginning of next year to make sure we're trying to capture every resident that lives in our community. So if you have any questions, you can look on the city website, and there'll be banners placed at City Hall outside in the City Hall hallway and vestibule that'll have that QR code, and employees and volunteers will be attending events and be at some of the retail spaces in and around the community to help our residents. So starting the first week in October, there'll be mailers appearing in your mailboxes. So, appreciate everybody's participation.
Thank you, Mr. Garth. Did you have a miscellaneous report, Alderman?
I have an announcement.
Great.
I would like to, I know a lot of people watch these meetings at home, and I would just like to give you the information, if you've not already heard, that McEwen Phase 4 is going to proceed. We received the letter from the state to proceed with the project, which means we are about Paul Holzen, ready to go out to bid in the next few weeks. And when we do that, we'll be out to bid for about a month. They'll come back in, they'll have about a month to review, and then we'll come to the board, and we'll have the final vote to go ahead and proceed and fund it. Funding is already set aside. So I expect in January, February, we should see bulldozers in the earth over there and moving things. I do want to announce that we're going to hold a town hall meeting on the east side of Franklin, east side of 65. And Paul and I are going to set that date, probably either early December, maybe January, or I don't know, what? What did you say? November, December. We're probably going to set that meeting. We'll try to work it around the holidays so everyone can come and a part of our website already is the link that's going to be there. So it will be the projects, and when you hit on the projects, it will go right. McEwen's going to come up big bold letters, so people can go there. They can get their questions answered. They can put in concerns and questions as well. So just want to say thank you, Paul and Jonathan and your whole team, for everything you've done to get us to where we are, and the staff, the city staff, and all the aldermen who voted for this, and the aldermen who were sitting on the board before. I really appreciate everything they've done, and I just want to give that good news. Thank you.
Great
By the way,
announcement.
this is a $47 million project, or has it gone up now? $47 million project, and we are sitting at about $33 million in grants right now. So that's going to help us take some of that money and put it into other projects that the aldermen have voted for. Thanks.
Okay, we're ready to roll on consent agenda, and all items on the consent agenda are deemed to be non-controversial and routine in nature by the governing body. That will be approved as by committee or staff by one motion of the governing body. We're looking at items 11 through 14. I will entertain a motion.
Second.
Thank you, Second by Alderman Berger. Any discussion? Seeing none, Alderman Barnhill, how do you vote?
Yes.
Alderman Blanton. Yes. Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Alderman Berger.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Alderman Potts.
Yes.
Alderman Baggett.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. We'll now go to old business. Executive Order 2024-01, an executive order regarding the declaration by the mayor of the city of Franklin for an emergency water shortage status 1. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is more or less an acknowledgement.
Correct.
So I would entertain a motion to acknowledge the executive order by the board.
I move to approve.
Acknowledge.
Move to acknowledge.
Second.
Appropriate motion second. Any discussion? We're hopeful that what's happening tonight will take care of the problem.
And this week.
So ready to vote? Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton. Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Alderman Berger.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Alderman Potts.
Yes.
Alderman Baggett.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. Item 6 is ordinance 2024-20, an ordinance to rezone 192.688 acres from agricultural district to Plan PD 4.34 per 103,750 per 75. District for the property located west of Machatcher Memorial Parkway, east of Old Charlotte Pike East, located at 1740 New Highway 96 West. Establish a public hearing on October the 22nd, 2024. I do have one speaker that wanted to speak. I'll allow you 2 minutes, Mr. Land, Russ Land.
Thank you, sir. My name is Russ Land. I'm at 555 Price Road, and I'm aware of this development plan for the northwest corner of Machatcher, and I guess it's called New 96 out at West Haven. Adjacent to it on Old Charlotte is an existing development. A lot of construction is going on there. I think it might be called the Hamilton. Just north of the intersection of Machatcher and Del Rio, which is actually in the county. The city limit runs along Del Rio there, but there's a gigantic development plan there. And also on Del Rio, where it turns east parallel to Machatcher, south of Machatcher, there's signs up you can read from Machatcher. It says houses available at $700,000. So we have 4 big developments going on in close proximity. They all dump out onto really Old Charlotte, Del Rio, and 96, which really all are 2-lane roads. 96 is 4 lanes there at West Haven, about 1,000 feet from the Machatcher intersection. So my question is, how much is it going to cost the city, the county, and the state for the infrastructure development to build new roads? Also, I think these developments will have a big influence or influx on the schools, probably the grade schools, the middle schools, the high schools. And I don't know, I haven't seen any numbers relating to the costs that the city, county, and state will incur for the infrastructure development. So I think making a decision without that information is just not proper. So that's my comment.
Thank you, sir. We'll now entertain a motion on ordinance 2024-20.
Move to approve?
Appropriate motion, seconded by Alderman Blanton. Any discussion?
I'll just make the comment that, you know, I wish all developments would go this way in terms of the thoughtfulness and the planning that's been done here. An incredibly community-generated process. This is placemaking. I don't even really put it in the same bucket as most developments. Yes, there are some challenges to be solved in this entire area around traffic, but we know that that's going to be the case, and we knew that when we first opened Machatcher. There are some other opportunities in that area to create some more connectors. We've got some time to do that as this phase is in, and at the end of the day, I think we're going to be really proud to have this in our community and excited about what it'll do for our community. My last comment is just to the family that they even had the foresight to allow this process to take place so they can do something that's intentional with this property. I appreciate that very, very much.
Alderman Berger, you're
Yeah,
recognized.
I would just add to that too, Matt, that how many years is this over? Long time, 10, 15, 20 years? So it's a long phase in this project over many, many years. And I would just say too, to the general public, and even for the comment made tonight, that cost of the infrastructure is considered, we have the highest impact fees for road impact fees and a lot of impact fees, sewer, water, schools, facility tax, parkland dedication fees, that all go into paying for the infrastructure that will be here. The city will not be paying for that infrastructure. The developers pay for that. But the cost, all the road impact fees, and schools as well. And not only do they pay school impact fees, and each home that is built has an impact fee put on it, but for the schools. But just want to say too that we do meet with the school system, and we do look at, I don't know if we're doing it quarterly now, as we used to do with Superintendent Golden, but we usually meet with them and we look at, we plan out where development's going to go. They look at we take a good look at our land use plan, we look at our growth patterns, and we're constantly talking to them quarterly to look at development. And I would make sure that we are still working with Mr. Golden. And last time I talked to him, he told me yes. So they can plan in accordance. Actually, our school enrollment's down right now. It's gone down somewhat. I don't know how many points it is, but we have to plan for that. And people are very right to bring that to our attention, but I just want to make sure that people know that we do meet with the schools.
Alderman
And that they do
Baggett.
that. Thank you.
I agree that I think that this is a very well-designed and a step in the direction. This will be known, I think, as the in-between conservation subdivision and where I think the land use planning is going to Village Green. But this is, has all the characteristics, I think, of what we look for in Village Green. But this is, I guess, under the old design concept of conservation subdivision, but still took a lot of the tenets and the ideas that we had around Village Green on this. And I would say that to the gentleman who spoke, we hear you and we understand that there are significant infrastructure issues that have to be addressed. I've been talking about it. I'm going to talk about it like a broken record because the Matt Catcher Northwest Second Bridge, we've got to get creative to fund that. And that's a TDOT road, so that is out of our control, but it doesn't have to be. We can work as a city and get creative. There are enough smart people here in the state that we can figure out how to get that other bridge built long before the state is presently planning to do that. So that has to be done regardless. And this is the type of development that we want to see. And the other ones that you mentioned, I think one of them is one of the large ones that is in the county is equestrian. I think average acreage is like 5 to 10 acres per lot. So very low density. They opted to get out of the city to do that development. So very rural character. That's the goal in this area, is to maintain the rural character for everything else that happens on that side of town. We've got to fix Matt Catcher Northwest Bridge if we don't want to hear about it for the next 20 years. So Alderman,
Charles Sargent Memorial Junior Bridge.
the Charles Sargent Memorial Junior Bridge,
Well, not that order, but yeah.
Junior Memorial Bridge. Thank you, Alderman Blanton. I'm glad you're in support of that, of what.
I think it should go to a subcommittee.
Are you ready to vote?
Yes, sir.
After that comment. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Alderman Berger.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Alderman Potts.
Yes.
Alderman Baggett.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. Item 7 is ordinance 2024-29 to amend the budget of the city of Franklin for FY 2024, establish a public hearing on October the 8th, 2024. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Barnhill. Any discussion? Ready to vote? Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Alderman Berger.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Alderman Potts.
Yes.
Alderman Baggett. Passes
Yes.
unanimously. Item 8 is amendment number 1 to the City of Franklin contract number 2023-0399 with Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation for preservation grant for Toussaint L'Ouverture Cemetery. Is there a motion?
Second.
Let's see, that was Alderman Caesar that got that second. Any discussion? Ready to vote? Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Alderman Berger.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Alderman Potts.
Yes.
Alderman Baggett.
yes.
Passes unanimously. Item 9 is to deny sewer availability for Skylight Ranch. I would entertain a motion
Move.
on this matter.
Move.
And I would remind you that there are 5 conditions that have been suggested that have to be included if we deny
Yeah.
sewer.
I
So,
move for approval to deny sewer including the conditions that have been set therein.
Second.
appropriate motion is second.
No, that's not right.
Any discussion? Ready to vote?
That's not right.
Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Point of order, perhaps. If you're approving to deny the
Right.
sewer, which is staff's recommendation, then there wouldn't be any conditions because
Yeah.
there wouldn't be any conditions applied. If you deny the denial here, which means you're going to allow the project to go forward, then you would apply the conditions. Yes.
Bill, would you give us some clarification on how to
That's not what
correctly word this motion?
I think the confusion may come in whether the conditions apply or do not. If you're denying availability, there's no need for conditions, right? It's just no availability. If you're denying the denial, if you're going to approve availability, that's when the conditions kick in.
That's not what we agreed to.
Point
Point of order.
Backwards.
Yeah,
Point of clarification.
I'm
for all of
sorry.
us.
Okay,
Glad we're getting it cleared up though.
you can come to the podium. It's okay. We can see you better.
So we are recommending, or I'm sorry, we are recommending approval. If you choose to deny is when we are asking for the 5 conditions. So we're doing it a little bit backwards.
And I
Yes.
apologize too.
Okay, I've got a clarification question, if I may, of you.
Prefers to be
Denied.
Denied.
into the city.
No.
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 No, the applicant is requesting denial as well.
Can I clarify something here real quick and ask if this is correct, if I'm thinking about this correctly? He wants denial, so he can go ahead and build the few things he wants to build in the county, possibly coming in annexation later. But the conditions, if we denied this, we wanted to make sure that he doesn't put any buildings on the right-of-way that we're going to need for sewer in the future. So
Correct.
that was a condition. So where does that all fit in?
You were correct. I misspoke. So you approve the denial with the conditions.
Thank you.
My apologies.
All right.
So there would be the standard, we would do the standard annexation agreement and the standard availability agreement, but it would be with those conditions in it.
Exactly.
So those would be recorded against the plat and the future property owners recorded.
My motion was to approve the denial with the conditions set down by the city.
And with that correction, that's correctly stated.
That's what I said. Okay.
Okay, you ready to vote?
I don't know why we did.
Alderman Baggett,
Yes.
Alderman Potts.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Alderman Berger.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. Item 10 is appointment of Madeline Ingram and Holly Thompson to the Historic Zoning Commission. Both of these ladies have been interviewed by myself and also staff from the Historic Zoning Commission. Both, one is Holly Thompson
Yeah.
has her master's degree from Savannah College of Design, and Madeline from Omar College. I think they're both highly qualified and would ask for a motion to approve them.
I think you did get into the habit of sending out resumes, and this is another one of those where the Historic Zoning Commission, I have gotten, or do we need a motion to discuss? Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Potts. You're recognized, Mr. Baggett.
Thank you. This is one of those where we do get a lot of comments from the citizenry on the Historic Zoning Commission. And in fact, I met with a number of the business owners and building owners, and I think you have as well, Mayor, where making sure there is a voice for property owners as well, as far as not, of course, there for the historic preservation piece, but also has some experience, commercially experience with, owning a building and maintaining, and maybe some experience in that. Do either of these have that experience? I'm sure.
Madeline Ingram's primarily a designer. Holly Thompson partners with a husband in a construction business. Her business is on Main Street. She's a very experienced lady with many building renovations in the past, and her when she got her master's degree, it focused on historic preservation.
Perfect. I think having a balance of people that have gone through it, been on the applicant side, which it sounds like she has, that's great. That's kind of the information I was seeking, but
Yeah, and I thought we had those resumes
That's
for
okay.
you, so I apologize.
no, it's okay. That's why. All good. Thank you.
Great. Ready to vote? Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton. Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Alderman Berger.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Alderman Potts.
Yes.
Alderman Baggett.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. Any other items to come before this board? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Thank you, and seconded by Alderman Berger. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.